Welcome to Think Big with Dan and Qasim. Join hosts Dan Melnick and Qasim Masood as they explore big ideas, limitless possibilities, and engage with visionaries, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders who dare to dream big, get inspired, motivated, and find practical tips for personal growth. Think big, dream bigger, and ignite your potential.
Welcome to the Think Big with Dan and Qasim. Today, our guest is Mukhtar Asmi. Mukhtar, how are you doing today?
Doing great. Thank you, Qasim. How's everything?
Everything is good. Thank you. Thanks for joining us today. So, will you let us know where you live and what you do?
My name is Mukhtar Asmi. I'm a founder of Fiopolis Organics. Fiopolis Organics is a national Canadian brand that is distributed in more than 1,500 stores across Canada. I'm a finance professional turned entrepreneur in the last 8 years, and now we're growing Fiopolis Organics.
Well, that's awesome. So, just to understand more, who are your ideal customers?
So, Fiopolis Organics is, we launched Fiopolis Organics in 2017. Initially, it was my nighttime job. At the time, I was a finance professional, finance manager at a very large global CPG. So Fiopolis Organics was launched to make ultra premium organic olive oil accessible to every Canadian. Initially, it would come into the US down the road. So our target clientele, our customers, would be health conscious customers who are willing to invest in their health. At the same time, we're trying to make that ultra premium accessible to as many people as we can.
Awesome. That's great. So, obviously, you are a founder. So, as a founder, you may be wearing a lot of hats because this is the beauty of the entrepreneurship that you are handling a lot of things. So, what are your core responsibilities? What hats you are wearing at this time?
So, as you mentioned, entrepreneurs, we go through phases. So the first phase, what I called the proof of concept, making sure that you have a good product, making sure that that product is accepted and customers are turning to buy it back. You have a return customers. So we are right now in the position where we're scaling up, and the scaling up involves more than just the product. It involves the product, the manufacturing of the product, the funding to grow the business. So I think the biggest challenge for us moving from a startup to a scale up is that we need to manage many aspects at the same time while, keep what we do good, which is increasing the top line, increasing sales, so that it all goes smooth together as an organization.
And that makes sense, completely makes sense. So marketing is one of the essential of any business, right? In your case, obviously marketing is involved in it, but in your case, customer awareness is also one of the biggest part because whoever is health conscious, even if someone is conscious about anything about that is related to them, they are conscious and they do need education about it. They do need awareness on it. So obviously, social media, I believe, would be a good source of spreading the awareness. But I'm not sure if in your case, marketing works on social media, or maybe your clients are more towards the offline where you meet them personally, or maybe they believe more on the word of mouth. So how it works for you, mix and match or one of them?
Thank you, Qasim. You brought a very important point. Like the food business, like every industry is different. In the food business, yes, social media has been extremely helpful for us to tell the story. Yes, it has been very, very important to us so that people, get to know you first. But for us, our strategy was really doing a lot of demos and sampling in store. And in the last 7 or 8 years, since I started Fiopolis Organics, I myself did at least 1,000 demos in many stores. I'm meeting our customers, talking to our customers, getting their feedback, whether it's positive or negative. The positive will make us very happy. The negative will make us, try to pivot and adjust how we can make it better. So I think demos were extremely important to us to support our business. We've seen retailers that went from 1 or 2 facings on shelf of our products to more than 8 and 9 because we have been investing in stores, because we have been seeing our customers, and because we have been telling our story firsthand. So, that's what I call the battleground for us. It's the store level, is meeting the customers, is telling your story, is sharing those moments of trials when you meet your customers were extremely important for us. Among many others, but that was really a pillar in our marketing as we grow Fiopolis Organics.
Awesome. So, in fact, when we talk about the marketing and the sales side. So there is one major part like between both of these things, they're the part of client onboarding. So there are some clients who are just walk away clients. They just buy something and maybe nobody is sure that if they will be returning or not. But some of your customers must be returning customers. Maybe many of your customers are returning customers. So how you plan for these returning customers so that you can retain them? And on the other hand, obviously you have to think about the new customers as well. So whenever you are devising a strategy at that time, how you take actions for your existing customers, like you taking care of existing customers and acquiring new customers as well.
Again, this is a very good point as well. As you mentioned, so growth is, we look at growth in two drivers, or three drivers, I would say. Two drivers, major drivers. The first one is more listing, more customers, new customers. And to me, more important is velocity, which is the return of customers. Customers who are loyal, who knows your brand, who buy it and come back. Those are the customers that also will, not just use your product, but also they can, share that with their friends, family, because they are using your product. The way we target those loyal customers is through a lot of gift baskets toward the end of the year, for example. So we participate with key retailers. In our case, our key retailers, they have their gift basket that they send to their customers. So we include our products as part of that. We sometimes, partner with other companies to just give our products for free, so that as a token of appreciation, especially, toward the end of the year when we celebrate the end of the year, etc. So I think as a company, the best way to say thank you to your returning customers or to your, loyal customers is try to give back as well, as much as we can. In addition to that, we do like promos, we do buy one, get one, in all those in-store activities as well.
Well, that's great. Awesome. Obviously, every entrepreneur make mistakes. I started my career in entrepreneurship career in 2016, and I made a lot of mistakes. Not mistakes, in fact, I made blunders. So, but I believe every entrepreneur faces these sort of things. Sometimes mistakes, sometimes blunders. So, what's the biggest mistake you made, and what did you learn from it?
As you said, Qasim, like I myself made a lot of mistakes, but the way I want to approach this is I don't want to pinpoint to one specific mistakes, but I will talk in general, because I think the general idea is more important than the one specific mistake. So the idea is that, when I started Fiopolis Organics, I put a lot of efforts and a lot of details, and sometimes when you do that, you find yourself overstretched, and sometimes you're missing the real thing, which is, start growing, getting feedback, and while doing that, you correct yourself. So yes, there is, of course, red lines that you cannot, speed it up or go faster. For example, the quality of your product. There is no shortcut there. You need to have a great product. But whether you have the best package, maybe that's not, it's very important, but do not, I spend a lot of time, I spend a lot of money doing that. Maybe, and then at the end of the day, we made a lot of mistakes because we didn't have the feedback. We thought it's great from our side, but you won't know until you put it in the market, and then you get the feedback, and then you improve it. Then you go to package, 2, 3. Now we are at almost number 4 in 5 or 6 years. So my recommendation would be just focus on the real matters. Do not overspend time, because you're going to do mistakes, a lot of them, and then you try to correct them as you go. And it's a process, right? We made a lot of also specific mistakes. For example, my first container of olive oil, we did the labeling overseas, so we were not in control. So we received an entire container with labels that have air bubbles. So okay, the design is great, the bottle is great, but the process was not there.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense.
and it's a process again. We still do mistakes. We're gonna do mistakes all the time. We need to embrace that as part of the process improvement as we go and as we get bigger.
Makes sense. In fact, challenges and these mistakes are part of the game for the entrepreneurs, especially. And every day comes with a new challenge. Challenges are never gonna stop at all, at least for the entrepreneurs. So they will make mistakes as well.
And because like sometimes big problem with entrepreneurs is that we find ourselves in a solo situation. So my advice here is to be part of community. And I appreciate this, Qasim, this kind of podcast where we can share as a community and learn from each other mistakes, because that's the only way to not eliminate, but to reduce that level. So here in Canada, we do have a few communities that I didn't know in the beginning. Had I known those in the beginning, I would maybe made less or get better advice. So my advice to other entrepreneurs is to find a mentor or a group or somebody that has done it, or they can give you the advice that you need.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So let's come back towards your business. So every company sets goals. Everybody sets goals, personal goals, business goals, sort of all these things. So what are your goals? Like not your personal goals, but your company goals in next 4 to 6 months, like your short-term goals. What are your short-term goals?
Yeah, absolutely. So our goal is to keep growing. We are in a growth mode. Make sure that we are close to our customers. Make sure that we are in store. Make sure that our products are as per the planogram, that in compliance. Because sometimes there's a big difference between the planogram and what's in reality. So we recently hired a merchandising company. We're going to be doing 250 visits every month to stores to make sure that not only we count on quality, but we also count on making sure our products are visible, our products are getting a fair shot to succeed. So we want to close the year strong with a positive momentum. Continue. We've been growing very, very nicely year to date, almost 70% growth versus last year. So we want to continue that trend, and so that's what we want.
Awesome. So at the end, like this podcast was full of advices and learning, obviously, but still at the end, what would be your biggest piece of advice for the ones who are dreaming to be their own boss, like who wants to get into the industry and they are still new?
Look, every entrepreneur has his specific story and specific experience.
Yeah.
And so for me, a great advice that we received from from university, actually, because this project started from a university. Try before you go all in, try to have some sort of proof of concept. Try, if you like the product, that's great, but that means nothing. People need to like it. So do that at a small scale in the beginning. When we started with 15 stores, but those 15 stores give us a good, feedback that yes, this might be working. So some entrepreneurs, they go big or crazy in the beginning, and that might not be the best thing. So my humble advice is do a proof of concept, whether it's in technology or service or food. Make sure that at least there is 50, 100 people, not your family, not your friends, people that you don't know, that they have never seen this product before, because those are the real feedback. Your friends and your family, they might support you by saying it's good or it's but you need to put it out there. Once you have that kind of proof of concept, then you can take it to the next level and next level and next level, etc. That's my humble.
Awesome. Well, thank you for the beautiful advice. And please let our viewers know how they can connect with you.
Say it again. I'm sorry, Qasim.
Yep. At the end, please let our viewers know how they can reach you, how they can connect with you.
I'm very active on LinkedIn. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn. We can exchange email after that. So my LinkedIn profile is under Mukhtar Asmi. That's my name, and that'll be great.
Thank you, Mokhtar. Huge thanks for dropping by, and this conversation was hilarious. I learned a lot of things, and I wish you best of luck. And again, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Qasim, and I hope you all the best. Thank you for having me today. Okay, take care.
Likewise. Thank you. Bye-bye.